Thank you everybody for coming. Our book launch, first book that we've done so far. More in the pipeline we do, promise. We've got to just give a little bit of lesson just now and then just tell you a little bit more about the book. And then of course you can then get your copy and get it signed right today.
Remember that this book's got a lot of photos, and the next book's going to have more words, less photos, but today it's just a picture book, stroke self-help book. Hope you enjoy it. Today we're going to talk about, the book's all about how to stick to the damn plan. And probably the most obvious question to ask first is, what do you mean by the plan? What's the plan? So we're going to give you a bit of an idea of what we mean by that, and hopefully think about your own life and what that plan means to you.
So first and foremost, you have to work out what your goal is going to be. So whether that's weight loss, improved fitness, reduce stress, doesn't matter what it is, you've got to establish what the goal is. And your second point is you've then got to ask yourself, why is it important? What is your goal? Why is it important? When you get to the real emotional root of the why, it means it keeps you on track and a strong foundation.
So we're trying to formulate this idea of what your plan is and setting your goals. So again, we focus on weight loss a lot, fitness, well-being, but it means more than that. So we do this lesson about be yourself in HD, which just so happens in the first chapter of the book as well. But be yourself in HD. So most people live their life in standard definition. They go, oh, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is my life. And what we need to say is start by putting your life in HD. Let's bring it to high definition. What does it actually mean to be you, and what do you stand for? What's your values? What do you value in life? And once you've got sort of that general picture starting to formulate, then say, like, how does this apply to me about my work, my fitness, my love life, my hobbies? Like, who am I as a person? And then just bring a little bit more colour to that. Okay, so it starts with just being yourself in high definition. Not us. It's not up to us to tell you who that is and what that looks like. This is about you, your life, and you start to paint that picture. Bring it into high definition.
Now, when we started the Kilted Coaches, the branding was very, very different. It was cringely different. I can't even go into the name right now.
Since this is the book launch, I think we should probably go into the story.
So basically, when you start any business, everyone says, there's got to be meaning behind the name. So we had all our concepts, we knew exactly what we wanted to do with the business, we even had the programs down and the layout and everything. And we were getting stumped on the business name, we're scratching our heads going, what do we do? So the name usually has meaning, so we're trying our hardest to come up with meaning. And Rab in all his infinite wisdom thought, why don't we go with Janus, the god of new beginnings, or Janus, depending on how you pronounce it, god of new beginnings. And Stephen with his
normally we share credit, but I'm taking all of the credit for this one.
You went balls deep into it. She made this lovely logo of like one face one way, like the two-faced god, and there's a butterfly.
Janus is known as the two-faced god. There's always a face looking behind and a face looking forward. And he's the god of new beginnings, as in January, everything that comes from there. So I made this lovely logo with a J, and then there's like the butterfly wings with the two faces, and it was very meaningful. But we spent more time explaining the name of the business as we did coaching, weight loss and fitness and everything else. And people kept saying, what's this Janus? What does Janus mean? What is that?
Janus was what And so we were making videos and we weren't ourselves. I went clean shaven, I was getting called Robert. I'm only in trouble with the police or my mum if I'm getting called Robert, so that was never a great start. And when we were trying to record our videos, we kept it retake after retake. We were setting up an iPad as a teleprompter, and the amount of times we messed up was unbelievable. I can't even begin to tell you how many retakes there was.
One thing we knew for certain is we wanted to be different. We didn't want to be the normal personal trainers, weight loss. I mean, there's loads of personal trainers online. And no, we're going to be different. What could we be different? You want to tell them what we did different back then? Before we were Kilted Coaches. We wore suits.
Oh, we wore suits.
It was not a great
Well, long story short, we got a bit of advice, and we showed a few of our videos. The bit of advice said, well, you can't get away from the fact that you're Scottish, so why don't you just embrace it? And I remember when we were up in the area of Fiddlegas, just outside Perth, at a hall that I used to hire, and then we just thought, you know what, let's just get the kilts on, and we'll call it the Kilted Coaches, and the plan just absolutely exploded. We didn't have retakes anymore, we didn't worry about it, we just laughed off when we made mistakes. And strangely enough, we didn't really make many after all.
No, well, because we sort of made our peace with the fact that we would make mistakes, and actually making mistakes is human. So rather than doing retakes with a teleprompter and trying to get word for word, we then just started creating videos, and we thought, well, actually, a Scotsman putting a kilt on, suddenly you're having fun and you're relaxed, and you might swear a few times, you might drink a whiskey, and everything then just started to snowball because we made mistakes online over, a big audience on YouTube at the time, with thousands and thousands of people. We made mistakes, we swore a few times, but people loved us for it, and we were like, actually, this is genius. People then could associate with it, and if somebody can associate with who you are as a person, then suddenly they go, well, actually, you might know a thing about fitness as well, or weight loss, tell me more about that. So because we were more human, we could then impact the health and well-being of a bigger audience.
We effectively took what we were and we made ourselves bigger, we put ourselves into HD, which is again not a lesson. And then from there, we've always had a mindset that if we can make people laugh and smile first, usually at our expense, it makes them more susceptible to taking on a bit of advice. So generally speaking, we try to add our very best, our version of humour into the videos. Sometimes it was funny, sometimes not. Our very first video, to this day, I don't know what Sean actually said. He was our cameraman for that one. And there's a scene where, is that when I get hit with the ball?
Yeah.
And it sounds like Beavis and Butthead. Like, I don't know what you say to this day, but if you ever catch our first video, is who the heck are the Kilted coaches? You just hear a creepy voice from Sean in there.
I'll take it to the grave.
What was funny about that video is one of the scenes we were trying to, again, just make fun of ourselves. We were transitioning from wearing suits, because that's what we were wearing, into wearing kilts and being more relaxed. So one of the lines is, fitness should be fun. And at that point, we asked Sean to throw a big gym ball at Rab's face, and we thought he'd quite enjoyed that. And you just kept missing. You couldn't hold a camera and throw a gym ball at the same
2
time.
yards away. The chances
It was a
missing.
big ball.
It's a big target as well.
So when it comes to sticking to the damn plan, what the book is all about, it's first of all realising who you are as a person and bringing it into high definition, just exaggerating your message and who you are as an individual. Okay, that's what the plan is. That's what the plan means. It's like understanding who you are and then following your path, following your journey and giving it your all. Okay, all the lessons in the book evolve around that. Okay, so the strategy might change. People think the plan is the strategy, and it's not. The plan is your vision. And then the strategies might change because you just don't know what's going to happen in your life. You might have kids, you might lose your job. There's a bunch of things that can be thrown into the works. But as long as you've got a vision for your life, and bring it into high definition, that's your plan. Okay, and then you stick to the damn plan. Okay, and everything in the book is just geared around that message.
So, everybody go and buy a copy right now. These two Kilted twangers will sign it for you. You'll war something one day, you never know.
I think we touched on it before. Your why is very important. So, the first stage is the what. Okay, what is it you're trying to achieve? Who are you as a person? But then you ask that question: why is this important to you? And when you've got an answer for that, a real kind of good answer, a deep emotional answer to that question, why is this important to you? Whether it be weight loss or whether it be your career or your business, your love life, family life, whatever. When you've got an answer to why is this important to you, everything else becomes easier. You start to realise, actually, I don't mind getting up a little bit earlier, I don't mind going to the gym, I don't mind eating some healthier food, because you've got a good solid reason as to why this is important to you.
It's also making your peace that there's a cost for everything that you do, okay? There's a mental cost, emotional cost, and a physical cost if you've got a health and well-being goal.
And a financial cost.
So now it's making your peace with what you're going to have to do. Is it getting up earlier? Okay, that might be a bit mental and physical cost. Emotionally, you've got to work hard. Times will be tough, but you've got to stay focused and on plan. Sometimes people say to us they believe that the fitness industry is always about kale smoothies and at the gym and jogging at 6 a.m. in the morning. It's not. You take exactly where you are and you focus on progression. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you were only walking 5,000 steps now, tomorrow do 5,050 steps. Build up slowly. You keep adding 0.1% to what you're doing over time. You end up looking back 3, 6 months later and you're like, wow, I'm doing twice as much as I was doing 6 months ago. So you just take exactly where you are, take the first logical step forward. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be too much too soon. Just take what you're doing and focus on improving. And that then becomes your plan. And then you make a plan, you stick to the damn plan.
So, whenever you start this, you've got your reasons, you've got your vision, you've got your sort of strategy in place, or at least a strategy in place, you're moving forward. We've always got this analogy of when you're going on a big hike, you're going up Ben Nevis or Schiehallion or wherever you're going, you're walking up, and if anybody likes are outdoors, they'll be going up. And when you're looking ahead, you're like, yeah, I'm going up there. It can be very motivating when you sort of look into the summit and you're like, yes, this is where I'm going, and you know how amazing it's going to be when you get there. But you do get tired on a hike, okay? Especially like any of the biggest climbs, your thighs burn, your heart and lungs are pounding out your chest. It's really, really difficult. So one of the things that we always say is give yourself permission to every now and again stop, turn around and look how far you've come. Okay, because that's where your progress is. Your progress doesn't lie ahead of you, progress lies behind you, like what you've done already. So every now and again, turn around, just enjoy the view. It doesn't matter if you're at the summit or not. You turn around and you go, I've actually come pretty far. I mean, look at what I can see from here. Look, I can see the journey behind me, and then that motivates you to then turn around and keep going and to reach the summit, because you know the reward is going to be even bigger at the summit. So whatever your plans are for your life, think about what that summit means to you. What is the summit? Because some people just don't know. Some people never thought about it before. Like, what am I actually doing here? What am I trying to achieve? Think about what that summit means to you, and absolutely push for it, because that in itself can be very motivating. But every now and again, just turn around and go, oh, I've actually come pretty far. And that is then going to drive you to see, you're going to keep going around in circles, to be fair, just keep turning around. But it's going to drive you to keep going to the summit.
And that's one of the chapters in our book as well, which is growth forwards, measure backwards. It's always you're growing forwards, making progression, but every now and again stop, take stock of where you are, look behind you and say, I've actually come pretty far. Commend yourself, praise yourself, and then crack on.
One of the things that we don't pride ourselves in it, but it's part of who we are, is there's a little badge at the top of the book that says, warning, contains strong language.
You're like a badge of honour.
It is a bit of a badge of honour for us, because again, in the early days, we weren't ourselves. Swearing is, take it or leave it. So some people do, some people don't. It's something that we'll try to move away from. We'll be more sort of PC, we'll try and fit into a bigger audience. But in the end, we thought, if there's kids around, we've just got to be ourselves, okay? So that's when we got approached to write the book, we thought, if we're going to do this, we have to do it our way. We have to get our personalities into the book. So one of the people who worked for the publisher, she was really good, and she said, when you're reading the book, it really gets like going down the pub with some mates and they give you good solid advice, swearing and all. So that's the book in a nutshell.
There's lots of pictures as well, so for anyone that can't read like me, so it's on a page. Look at the pictures, admire the view. But we did all the photos ourselves, just FYI. 3 days, it was a lot of mileage.
Yeah, we were knackered. Anyway, we're going to be hanging around for a little while. Any questions, please let us know. If you want a book signed, please let us know. And we are heading off for a few whiskies afterwards as well. So if you want to come, it's a free for all.
Thank you very much for coming along.
Thank you for coming.